really? Come here. Yeah. Oh, Misabe, I almost got you. 21 pounds, 6 minutes, 19 seconds. Reagan, oh! What's up, guys? Just got sent this tire inflator, and we're gonna unbox it here and put it through its paces and see if this little tiny baby thing, LASFIT TK1 tire inflator, it's like the size of a battery bank, can actually fill a 37-inch Maxxis Razor mud terrain, 37 by 12.5, R18. And then we'll probably make a separate video just for S's and G's to see if it can fill the 38 by 13.5 R18 Yokohama Geolander XMT Extreme Mud Terrain. And if it explodes, then you'll get to see it and you'll know that it can't handle it. All right, so let's dive into this one. Let's do an unboxing here. I did open this up earlier just to charge it up so it'd be ready to go. But you can see I have not even, let me put this on the tripod here, open the box all the way here. All right, so we're on our handy dandy workbench, our Hercon Fab tailgate storage box, and we're unboxing the LASFIT Air TK1. There's the model there, LAP TK1. So we're gonna rip this guy off because it's ridiculous. Nice screen, I guess. I have absolutely no idea how to use this. So here's the instructions. And here's the stuff they include. Okay. That's interesting looking. All right, so this is obviously to charge it. Imagine it has a DC guy somewhere. Yep, right there. In the back, charge. Cigarette outlet. Figure that one out. Look at that, nailed it. USB-C. Also to charge, that's the way we charged it. Right there. We got okay, so it'll blow up your inflatable. So keep this in your truck or whatever, and you're the hero at the pool party when the inflatables are low on air. Beach balls, whatever. Looks like it's got a needle valve. This guy, a little blower valve for, I don't know, something. And then this guy is an adapter of some kind. Something to something. Trader to tank.
Hello!
Oh, hello! What's up, girl?
Is the camera
on? Yes, indeed it is.
Hi!
Hello. So we got a red thing here that looks like that guy will screw on to your valve stem. And then this guy will go...
I'm gonna just change shoes, so don't be surprised.
Okay. And it looks like this guy goes... Okay, so he's got little, like, butterfly wings. Guy goes in and then it turns. I imagine that's what that does. Why is there a black one and a red one? In case you're feeling frisky and you want to go with the black color combo or the red color combo, I have no freaking idea. They look like they're exactly the same. Yep. So, I don't know, we're feeling a little froggy, so we'll go with red. Just plug him in. It's got two little O-rings on there. So I imagine make sure those are clean. Plug him in, and then we're gonna rotate. Oh, you feel it click. All right, that's satisfying. And now we're gonna take this guy. Well, let's fire it on and see what happens here. All right, one click does nothing. Press and hold. Oh, look at that. Oh, it says on. Okay, so I can up the brightness here. Oh, there's a SOS light. So if you're currently getting raped, you can see who's raping you, or you can SOS. Probably not a good joke. Anyways, so we got some plus. Okay, so that's to set. Okay, so sweet. So you can set the pressure, bring it down, and you can see your battery charge. There's a little guy for a car there. I don't know, maybe, oh, bicycle. Gives you kind of preset pressures. Look at that. ATV, 40 pounds. I don't know who's rocking 40 pounds in their ATV. They're probably crashing because that's ridiculous. Oh, basketball, 8 pounds. Cool. A human, 100 pounds. All right, back to car. So we're filling up a truck. So car, truck, same thing. Here we go. So I'm gonna bring you over here, and we're gonna do this as you saw hopefully earlier in this video. Hopefully you can hear that. This is completely bone empty, bone dry, bone empty, no air. Valve core was removed, it's completely empty. So we're gonna put this guy here and we're gonna see, so I usually fill these up to 32 pounds. So we'll just do that. Oh, heck, why not? Let's fill it up to the factory fill, which is 38 on this truck, which we never ever ran even when we left the dealership. But 38 pounds. Let's see if it can fill it up. A 37-inch mud terrain to 38 pounds. This tiny little thing here, which I don't know if you need a visual of how big it is, but it's like the size of my shoe, smaller. So let's get into it, guys. Let's fire this thing up and see what happens. We're fully charged and we're gonna go 38 pounds. I'm gonna screw this in. Do this one-handed, and it's registering. Let's see if it registers the current pressure. Should be 0. I don't know if it would actually register the pressure because there is no pressure. So now we hit maybe the power button. All right. What's up, girl? Nice shoes. Beautiful. Let me flip this around. We're filling up this tire. And I'm gonna leave this running because I wanna see how long it's gonna take, and I can just maybe fast forward you like 2x, 3x the video. Subscribe for more of this. All right, 38 pounds. And it looks like it burned half the battery. All right, guys, so we're back from a quick little run at the local forest, and we're gonna give this LASFIT TK1 a shot to see if it can fill the 38-inch. Yes, the landscapers are back, because every time I fire this thing up now, the landscapers fire up their weed eater. So we're gonna see if it can fill up the 38-inch Yokohama Geolander XMT. These are 38 by 13.5 R18, and they're currently deflated to about 17.5 pounds, and we're roughly, oh, you can see that, 17.5. So we're gonna see if we can bring them. Let me just put this on the pod here for a second. All right, so here we go, and we're gonna plug this guy in to his home here. Rotate, there's a little click, and there we go. So now we're gonna turn this on, press and hold, on. All right, so we're gonna set this to, so we run our tires at 32 pounds. So hopefully you can see that 32.0, you can see it. So 32 pounds. So we're gonna screw this guy on, and then we're gonna look at our watch, and we're gonna start a stopwatch. It is now 2:21 right now, and we're gonna start a stopwatch. And I'm gonna fire it on by pressing the, what button do we press? All right. We're gonna see if this thing can fill up all 4 tires, from our off-road tire pressure to our on-road tire pressure on one charge, and also to see how long it takes. Does it take 2 hours, or is it something I can kind of plug in, go wash off the kids, move it around to the next tire, you know, wash off the kids, wash off the dog, get everything ready, and we'll see. So we're at almost a minute now. It just shut off about 5 seconds ago. We're at 32, and it's been 4 minutes, and it was about 4 minutes and 15 seconds. So let me stop the stopwatch here. We're about 13 seconds over. That's okay. We'll let the thing run for 13 seconds on the next tire and see what happens. All right, let me pull another dog biscuit. Let me pull a valve cap out of here. Oh, that's a dog bone. Oh, I got one of my tire deflators in here too. Whoops. Covered in dog biscuit. Definitely want to blow those out before you put them in, because you don't want to introduce dirt, grit and grime, or dog biscuit into your valve core, your valve stem. All right, let's move on to the next tire. So far looks like we burned 1 bar. So perfect. 4 bars, 4 tires. Let's see. All right, so we're going to turn this guy on, thread him on, and then we're gonna fire him up and let him run for 13 seconds before we start the stopwatch. So here we go. So about a little less than 4.5 minutes for the first tire. Let's see, which isn't bad at all. If it can replicate that for all 4 tires, that's amazing. All right. We'll be back in 4, maybe 5 minutes. All right, tire number 2 is done. We're at 32 pounds, and it just lost that 3rd bar and just crossed over to the 2nd. So I think we might actually be able to get this done, guys. And I fired the stopwatch off within 2 seconds, so we're at 9:03. So basically 4.5 minutes per tire so far. All right, let's move on to the 3rd, and it is blistering hot here in Florida right now. Put my Ghetto Fabulous sun visor out because it is just too hot. And this thing is definitely not running cool because of how hot it is. It's not ideal conditions for this little inflator, but all right, so we are going to fire it up. So I just let it run for about 15 seconds on accident. So we're at 14:27, call it 14:12. Right about, because I let it run a little bit on accident, hit the wrong button. So we're at 32 pounds here, and now we're gonna go over to the last tire and see if we can get it done before this thing shuts off. All right, last tire, here we go. All right, I'm gonna let it run for about 15 seconds before I start the watch again. So let me fire this up. And we'll start the stopwatch again. There we go. And let's see if she makes it. Can't really put her in the shade, so she's gonna have to sit in the sun and just get blasted. A true torture test. Here we go. We'll be back in a couple. All right, guys, it's been 9. Oh! Did it make it? Oh my goodness. It died at 31, I don't know if you can see that, 31 pounds. Oh, it's dead. 31 pounds, it needed to get to 32. So, dude, I'm gonna call that good. This little thing, in the blistering heat, probably made it run a little less efficiently as well. But I'm impressed. This little guy, this LASFIT TK1 tire inflator that's currently out of battery, filled up 4 38 by 13.5 inch Yokohama Geolander XMT mud terrain tires from 17.5 to 32 pounds, with the exception of this one. This is the last tire, filled it to 31 pounds, so before it died. So basically made it 4 tires from off-road tire pressure to on-road tire pressure. So, and it did it actually in, of course, I've been leaving my stopwatch running. It's at 22 minutes. It did it in literally 19 minutes and like, I think it was like 45 seconds. So let me stop this. So call it 20 minutes to fill 4 tires. That's actually not bad at all. Once we're done for the day, we hook up our tire inflator and we usually wash off the kids, wash off the dog, clean up whatever mess, you know, fold up camp chairs, whatever. So 20 minutes is pretty impressive for how small this thing is. This thing is literally the size of a battery bank, like that you would use for charging your cell phone or what have you. So I'm very impressed with that thing. I'm gonna put it through a few more tests before we decide whether we're going to work with the company or not. LASFIT was kind enough to send us this product to test, and we've got literally like probably the roughest rig ever to test it on because the tires are so big. But we're going to do a couple more torture tests with it. I want to see if it can fill up, and I might have already done this by the time I shoot this video, but I want to see if it can fill up a 38-inch tire or a 37-inch tire from 0 to like 38 pounds or whatever the pressure is on the plaque of your tire of your truck. I think it's 38 in this one. So can it fill from 0? You know, let's say you get a flat, you know, we have our spare tire under in the spare tire location. I'm sure you've already seen or may not have seen, but we did a video on putting a 38 down there. There's a 37 down there right now. When we put that tire under there, oh look who it is. Hello, say hello.
Hello.
We it's my 4th child. We put the tire underneath there with almost no there's no step on right now, with no pressure. So if we have a flat, we're gonna need to take the tire off, put the spare on, and fill it from 0 to like 30 or 32 or 38 or whatever it is. So we're gonna see if this little guy can actually do that. All right guys, we're out here on the truck bed here, and we're going to test the LASFIT Air TK1 to see if it can fill up a 38 by 13.5 R18 Yokohama Geolander extreme mud terrain. So first step is we're going to remove the valve core on this guy to make sure it's fully drained. And there we go. So we'll be back in a minute or two, and we're going to see if we can fill it up with the LASFIT Air TK1. All right guys, stay there for a sec. We're Reagan, stay with Reed for 1 second. Okay. We're here for a final test, the LASFIT Air TK1.
Bobcat.
You're gonna try and get my Bobcat? No, dude. My here's hold that. You can hold my Bobcat. And so we're gonna fire this thing up. And no, Reggie, let me put this on there, okay? We are gonna inflate this guy from 0 pounds. I just put the valve core back in. To our on-road tire pressure, which is 32. You can see it registers the pressure as 0 because it's completely empty. So we're gonna fire it up and fire up our stopwatch at the same time. So I'm gonna fire this up and then start. So now it's running and it's inflating. So I'm gonna leave you here. You okay? You okay? You look good. Mwah. No, don't touch. Oh my. Keep it to me. Thank you. No, you can't go in that tire. It's the same tire. All right. 7 minutes even. 20 PSI. Where's my baby? Oh my goodness. Two babies. Two crazy babies. What are you doing? You gotta go in the backyard and go see hiding Mr. Bear. Oh, come get the bear. Hold on. it's done. 11:22. Very cool. And, ooh, that's a little warm. Oh yeah. This thing filled that up in a little less than 11.5 minutes. So it seems like a long time, but this is a monster truck tire. This is not meant for that. This is kind of like a torture test to see if it can actually do it. And it can, and only burn half the battery. So theoretically, it could probably do two 38 by 13.5 R18s from 0 to 32. I'd say it could probably do 0 to 30 on 2 tires since it's hit 2 bars a little bit ago. So either way, 30 pounds is plenty of pressure for on-road. So if you have 2 flats, and you have 2 spares, and they're both deflated, you can theoretically fill both of them up to on-road tire pressure with this tiny little LASFIT Air TK1. And this is the last test I'm doing with it. And really, come here. Yeah. Oh, Mr. I almost got you. And that's gonna conclude Rick's Raw review of the LASFIT Air TK1. And I think I am definitely impressed enough with this product after what I've done to it and what we've put it through to, I'm probably gonna actually buy one for my side-by-side and probably buy one for the truck. Maybe I'll try and see if I can get a package deal and get one for my wife's car, because this is gonna be a lot easier for her to use if she gets a flat tire or a nail in her tire than a traditional, you know, cigarette outlet, and you all the cords all wound up in there and you gotta pull everything out. It's kind of a pain in the bum, but this thing is way more impressive than, I'll show you what we were using as a backup. Just wait. This is what we were using as a backup, and you can see the difference in size here. This is a Harbor Freight Special. You got to buy a battery. It has the ability to, like, needle valve and, you know, whatever, but this has the exact same attachment. So look at the size difference, and this thing is way more powerful. This thing took like 30 minutes, almost 30 minutes to inflate one 37-inch tire. So that was like, I was done with that. This thing immediately left the truck and is stored in the garage now for just filling up bicycles and whatnot, and the golf cart, you know, so we don't have to fire up the 20-gallon compressor. So super impressed with this. Highly recommended based on the test we've been doing so far. All right, guys, we're gonna sign this one off with this little girl who currently has the T-virus.